Welcome to Venice. We are in Venice today, and it's a beautiful blue sky, and we are going to walk around and just show you the whole city center. Venice is spectacular. It's the third most visited town in Italy, the first being Rome and the second Milan. There is so much to see here, but you can easily do it in a day if you really need to. If you drive in, the parking is right close to the city center, and if you take the train, it drops you off right here in front of the Grand Canal. This is the train station. I mean, look at this location. We drove that particular day, though, because we were showing a bunch of family around, and the train tickets would have cost probably more than it would have cost for the gas for the car. So it worked out for us. Venice is a city in northeastern Italy in the capital of the Veneto region. It's built on a group of 127 islands that are separated by expanses of open water and canals. Portions of the city are linked by 472 bridges. I mean, this place is an engineering marvel. I don't even know how they did it. However, they did build most of Dubai out of sand, so you never know. Obviously, gondolas are a big attraction here, and they only run about $30 per person, so it's not a bad price at all. And even in the winter, they're going. It was December here, and it was pretty darn chilly, but the gondolas were still running. The sidewalks can be super small, and during the high season, full of people, but meandering through them is really beautiful. So we were on our way here to try to find the Rialto Bridge, which is the famous bridge. You'll see it in a minute. And then we were going from there to, of course, the famous St. Mark's Square. And as you can see, everywhere you go, you'll see these gondolas. Very cool to watch. Very photogenic as well. This is such a beautiful little canal. I mean, the views when you're walking around here are just spectacular. So this is Campo San Polo Square, and they have an ice skating rink set up, and they had some other little stands where we had a few nibbles, and we passed through there on our way to St. Mark's. Of course, like anywhere else in Italy, there are plenty of restaurants, tons of shops. They have the same paraphernalia kind of that they have everywhere else, but they do have the masks, which are a big part of Venice. There's always churches, and as you can see, there's a lot of people as well. The Grand Canal is beautiful, and you can walk both sides of it, and it is just loaded with tons and tons of restaurants. And what a beautiful location to have a meal. I mean, and they're so cute. They're just the cutest restaurants. Like everywhere else in Italy, they're decorated really cute. They've got lots of lights, lots of fun stuff. It's really nice to walk and see them. So we're coming up on Ponte de Rialto Bridge, otherwise known as the Rialto Bridge. And it's the oldest of the 4 bridges spanning the Grand Canal, and it is just beautiful. Look at this wooden sculpture. Holy moly. So we made our way to St. Mark's Basilica, and it is quite a stunning church and a beautiful square. There's a big boardwalk on this side of the island as well. And it was kind of full because the sun was going down. People were watching the sunset. It was quite pretty. You can walk this boardwalk both ways, and it's along this walkway that you'll find more gondolier rides, the little ferry, which I'm going to show you we take later, the water taxis, and I think there's other boat rides and things you could take as well. So it was becoming dusk, and the view of the Christmas tree was stunning. And then, of course, along this walkway, there's tons of gift shops. So we all got tired and decided to take the ferry back to the area where the train station was, which was near our parking. The tickets run about €15 round trip, but that will take you round trip, and it'll even go to the airport. So apparently there's a small airport here, and the ferry goes right to it. The views are quite pretty at night. You know, everything's lit up. I mean, look at the bridge. It's just beautiful. These boats can get really crowded, don't get me wrong, but it's worth it if you want to save your feet. And it's a pretty inexpensive way to get to the other side of the little islands. There are stops everywhere, so literally probably every 10 or 15 minutes where you walk, you can catch a little ferry stop. And probably every 10 minutes on the actual ferry, you're at a new stop. And again, these buildings lit up are just beautiful. It took about a half hour, and we took the stop after the train station, and it was right near the car park. There's the train station. And then we headed back to the car and drove back to our house. This was an amazing, amazing day trip to Venice. Don't miss Venice. It's really doable, and it's not that expensive. So thanks so much for watching. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe and ring the bell so you can be notified of our new content.